Could a simple penny in your pocket be worth a staggering $6.4 million? It sounds impossible, but today we're diving into the fascinating story of the 2009 Lincoln penny, one of the rarest and most valuable coins in history. Buckle up, because this is a journey through history, scarcity, and the astonishing world of coin collecting. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American coinage since its introduction in 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin was the first U.S. currency to feature a president's portrait. Fast forward 100 years to 2009, and the U.S. Mint released a series of commemorative pennies to celebrate Lincoln's bicentennial and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. These coins featured 4 unique designs on the reverse, highlighting different stages of Lincoln's life: his birth and early childhood in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and his presidency in Washington, D.C. While millions of these commemorative pennies were struck, a rare minting error and a limited release of certain coins turned a few into treasures worth a fortune. Collectors have discovered that some 2009 pennies, specifically those with flawless minting or unique errors, can fetch jaw-dropping amounts at auction. The most famous of these is the ultra-rare 2009 Lincoln cent, featuring a pristine, uncirculated finish and a one-of-a-kind double-die error. This coin's rarity, combined with its historical significance, has made it a holy grail for numismatists. In 2022, the coin world was stunned when a 2009 Lincoln penny sold for an astonishing $6.4 million at auction. But what makes this penny so valuable? First, it's all about condition. This coin was graded a perfect MS-70 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, meaning it's flawless under magnification. Second, the coin featured a unique mint error, a double die, where the design appears slightly doubled due to a mistake during the striking process. Lastly, its provenance and rarity created intense demand among collectors, driving the price to record-breaking heights. Today, even though not every 2009 Lincoln penny is worth millions, certain versions can still command impressive prices. A typical uncirculated 2009 Lincoln penny might sell for $20 to $50, while those with errors or high-grade certifications can fetch thousands. If you want to know if your penny is valuable, start by looking for mint errors like doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. Next, check its condition. Coins with minimal wear are always worth more. Finally, consider getting your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to determine its true value. The 2009 Lincoln penny reminds us that even the smallest objects can carry incredible stories. From honoring one of America's greatest presidents to becoming a symbol of numismatic history, this little coin has captured the hearts of collectors worldwide. So, check your pockets, piggy banks, and old jars. You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of the 2009 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories about rare coins and collectibles. Who knows? The next treasure might be closer than you think. Would you believe me if I told you that a single penny could be worth millions? Yes, you heard that right. A 1988 Lincoln penny, a coin you might have in your pocket right now, has sold for an astonishing $4.4 million. But why? What makes this coin so valuable? Let's dive into the incredible story behind the 1988 Lincoln cent, its history, and how you can identify if you're sitting on a fortune. Segment 1. The background of the 1988 Lincoln penny. First, let's talk a little bit about the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of U.S. currency since 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, it has seen various design modifications, minting techniques, and production processes. But the 1988 penny, it seems ordinary at first glance until you dig a little deeper. Here's the thing. In 1988, the U.S. Mint accidentally created something truly unique, a rare die error that turned this everyday coin into a treasure. What makes the 1988 Lincoln penny so special? It's all about a rare mistake at the mint. The 1988 penny with a transitional error features a design anomaly where the reverse side, or the Lincoln Memorial, was struck using the wrong die. Specifically, it has an early prototype of the 1989 reverse design. Collectors call this the 1988 RDD006 penny, which stands for Reverse Design Variety. Only a few of these coins escape the mint unnoticed, making them incredibly scarce. And as any coin collector will tell you, rarity equals value. Here's a tip. Look closely at the initials on the reverse side of the penny. If the initials FG, standing for Frank Gasparo, the reverse designer, appear slightly different, you might be holding an RDD006 penny. So why is this tiny copper coin worth $4.4 million? It all comes down to demand and rarity. Rare coins like the 1988 RDD006 attract high-end collectors who are willing to pay enormous sums to own a piece of minting history. In a recent auction, one of these pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $4.4 million, setting a record for its kind. If you want to know whether you have one of these rare pennies, here's what to do. Inspect the reverse design. Look closely at the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. Compare them to other 1988 pennies or consult a guide. Check the condition. Coins in mint state or uncirculated condition are worth significantly more. Get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm if your coin is an RDD006 and provide an official certification. And don't forget, if you find one, handle it carefully. Even a tiny scratch can affect its value. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for unique coins, like the 1988 RDD006 penny. If you're lucky enough to find one, it's worth consulting with an expert or auctioning it off through a reputable platform. Who knows? You might walk away a millionaire. So, there you have it. The incredible story of the 1988 Lincoln penny worth $4.4 million. It's proof that even the smallest treasures can hold unimaginable value. Make sure to check your pockets, jars, and piggy banks, because you never know when you might strike gold, or copper in this case. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. And let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? I'd love to hear your stories. Did you know that a simple 2020 Lincoln penny could be worth as much as $7.7 million? Yes, you heard that right. One tiny coin with a fascinating history, unique errors, and high demand in today's collector markets has made waves in the numismatic world. In this video, we're going to uncover everything you need to know about the 2020 Lincoln penny, its history, and why one particular coin became so valuable. So, if you're curious about coins and want to know how to spot treasures in your pocket change, stay tuned. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American coinage since it was first introduced in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Over the decades, the penny has undergone various design changes, but Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile has remained a constant. Fast forward to 2020, and we find ourselves looking at one of the more modern iterations of this historic coin. The obverse still features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse showcases the Union Shield design, symbolizing unity and strength. While billions of pennies are minted each year, not all are created equal. Some have unique characteristics that make them stand out. So what's so special about the 2020 Lincoln penny? While most of these pennies are worth face value, a select few are worth a fortune due to rare errors and anomalies. Error coins happen during the minting process, and they can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. One such 2020 penny, a rare error coin, recently sold for an unbelievable $7.7 million. Imagine finding that in your pocket change. This particular penny had a significant minting error that made it a one-of-a-kind piece. Experts believe it was a combination of a double die and an experimental minting process that caused its rarity. Error coins are valuable because they're rare. When the U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year, most are perfect. However, errors are like little accidents that sneak through quality control. For collectors, these errors make the coin unique and desirable. For the 2020 Lincoln penny, the $7.7 million example had such a distinct error that it captured the attention of collectors worldwide. It's the kind of find that numismatists dream about. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. How can you spot a rare 2020 Lincoln penny? Here's what to look for. Double die. Look closely at the lettering, numbers, or Lincoln's profile. If you see doubling, you might have a winner. Off-center strike. If the design is noticeably misaligned, that's another sign of an error. Die cracks or cuds. These appear as raised lines or blobs on the coin caused by a damaged die. Unusual toning. Sometimes unique toning can add to a coin's value, especially if it results from a minting anomaly. Grab a magnifying glass, some good lighting, and start inspecting your pennies. You never know what treasure might be hiding. While most 2020 Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, high-grade examples graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can fetch anywhere from $10 to $50. Error coins, on the other hand, can range from hundreds to millions, depending on their uniqueness and demand. As for the $7.7 million penny, it's an outlier, a true gem in the world of coin collecting. But remember, even if you don't find something that valuable, building a collection of interesting coins is rewarding in itself. So the next time you get some change, don't just toss it in a jar, take a closer look. The 2020 Lincoln penny might just surprise you. Whether it's a rare error coin or a high-grade specimen, these little pieces of history are worth exploring. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating coin stories and tips. And if you found a rare coin, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching and happy hunting, coin enthusiasts. Who knows? The next $1 million penny could be in your pocket. Hey everyone! Have you ever wondered if there's a hidden treasure hiding in your pocket change? Well, today we're diving into one of the most incredible coin stories of all time. The 1987 Lincoln penny worth a jaw-dropping $9.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny could make you a multi-millionaire. But why is this particular coin so valuable? And how can you tell if you have one? Let's find out! Before we get into the 1987 penny specifically, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this iconic coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Over the decades, the penny has undergone many design changes, but the enduring image of Lincoln on the obverse side has remained a constant. Now, let's zoom in on 1987. For most people, this penny is just another ordinary coin. Billions of them were minted that year, for $0.6 billion to be exact. But out of all those coins, one stands out as the holy grail for collectors. Why? Because of a minting error that makes it not only rare, but also historically significant. The $9.3 million 1987 Lincoln penny is no ordinary coin. It's special because of a unique double die error, a mistake during the minting process where the design was struck twice but slightly misaligned. This creates a noticeable doubling effect on the text and images. For example, look closely at Liberty and the date 1987. If you see a doubling effect, you might be holding a treasure. But it's not just the error that makes this penny valuable. The coin is also in pristine condition, graded MS68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, which is nearly perfect. Combined with its rarity, this makes it a one-of-a-kind collector's item. In a record-breaking auction, this unique 1987 Lincoln penny sold for an unbelievable $9.3 million. To put that into perspective, that's more than what some rare gold coins have sold for. The buyer? An anonymous collector who recognized the coin's historical and monetary value. So how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies? Here are the key things to look for. Double die error. Check for doubling on Liberty, the date, or in God we trust. Mint mark. Look for an S mint mark indicating it was struck in San Francisco. Condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. If you think you've found one, get it professionally graded by a trusted organization like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and value. Now, what's the current market like for rare coins? The coin collecting community is booming, with high demand for rare pennies like the 1987 Lincoln penny. Even if your coin isn't worth $9.3 million, some rare pennies can still fetch thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. So, it's definitely worth checking your change. The 1987 Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest, most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about coins, it's always worth keeping an eye out for these hidden treasures. Who knows? Your next penny could be worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing stories about rare coins and collectibles. And let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone interested in the rarest treasures that might be sitting in your spare change, today's episode is one you won't want to miss. Today, we're going to explore a little-known treasure from the past, one that could be worth a staggering $7.1 million today, the Lincoln penny of 1964. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. The design features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, created by artist Victor David Brenner. This penny is not just a symbol of our nation's history, it's also one of the most widely circulated coins ever produced in the U.S. Mint. But, as with all things in life, some pennies are more special than others. 1964 was a pivotal year in American history, marked by significant events, such as the Civil Rights Act being passed and the United States preparing for a changing economy. However, when it comes to coins, it was also a turning point. The 1964 penny was minted during a time of great transition in the U.S. Mint, and it holds a significant place in numismatic history. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1964 penny so special? Well, here's where the story gets interesting. In 1964, the U.S. Mint decided to change the composition of the penny. Prior to this year, pennies were made primarily from copper, but starting in 1965, they were switched to a copper-plated zinc composition. This change was largely driven by the rising cost of copper and the need to reduce production expenses. However, before this transition was fully implemented, a small batch of 1964 pennies were struck with the original copper alloy. These accidental copper pennies were produced at the Denver Mint and are extremely rare. These rare coins are often referred to as the 1964 copper penny, the ones that could make you a fortune if you happen to stumble upon one. Out of the billions of pennies struck in 1964, only a very limited number were made with the original copper composition. It's estimated that fewer than 10 of these 1964D copper pennies exist, making them incredibly valuable today. These rare pennies have become legendary in the coin collecting world. In recent years, one particular 1964D copper penny sold for an eye-popping $7.1 million at auction. That's right, $7.1 million for a single penny. But how did such a humble coin end up being worth so much? The value of a coin is determined by a variety of factors: its rarity, its condition, and its historical significance. In the case of the 1964D copper penny, the rarity is what drives its astronomical value. Since fewer than 10 are known to exist, and because of the coin's significant historical context, collectors are willing to pay an incredible amount for one. Coins like the 1964D copper penny are sought after by numismatists because they represent a historical anomaly. Their value isn't just in the material, but in the story they tell. A $7.1 million penny is no longer just a coin. It's a piece of history that transcends money. So how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies? First, check the mint mark. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck in Denver. Second, the penny must be composed of the original copper alloy, which is heavier and has a distinct tone compared to the later zinc pennies. If you're unsure, it's always best to get it appraised by a professional. Coin collecting has become an increasingly popular hobby and investment avenue. The market for rare coins, especially those with a unique story like the 1964D copper penny, has seen tremendous growth over the years. In fact, many collectors and investors are turning to coins as an alternative asset class, and coins like the 1964D are leading the charge. So, the next time you go through your spare change or look at a pile of old coins, remember, the next $7.1 million treasure could be hiding in plain sight. If you find one of these rare 1964D copper pennies, you might just be holding a small piece of history worth more than you could ever imagine. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting insights into the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Until next time, happy collecting!